Okay, good afternoon. So I'm coming in nice and early today because it's Friday, and I'm going to be wrapping up soon for for the weekend. So I thought I would just finish off our 5-part series for the week. I hope you've enjoyed it. I love talking about parenting. So how to create a happy family home. I'll create and maintain a happy family home. And what have we covered so far? We've covered communication, looking after yourself, prioritizing yourself, self-care. We've done boundary setting and consistency. We've done good communication. Yesterday we did playing with our children and, creating that quality time for them, however short or long, just making that time. And today I'm thinking about how we spend time with our partners and how we make sure that, so this is twofold really. This is about making time for your relationship, which is very important and can very, very easily fall by the wayside. And it's also about how we keep that consistency going and how we share our thoughts and feelings. And in a way, I suppose it's about how we digest our time, digest the week, what we need to talk about. This is something that's come up for my husband and I this week, actually, because we've both been really busy over February was a really busy month for us both with work. And it's very easy to just be passing ships, especially when we're both working from home, juggling homeschooling, and all the rest of it. And actually just making that time to actually just check in with each other and say, gosh, how are you? I know we say like, how are you? Is everything all right? How are you feeling? But like, actually, how are you? And looking at what we've been doing and looking at what we could be doing differently. And that's definitely not unique to my household. That's gonna be applicable to everybody. Now, okay, fine. You might not. You might be a single parent. You might not live with your partner. There'll be various different ways that this might not apply. But actually, if you are parenting children together, it's still important to be able to check in with each other and know what's going on for you both, and how you are creating harmony within the home. So I'm going to stick to, if it's okay, I'm going to stick to both parents being in the same home. But as I said, it can apply. I've been doing work with a couple earlier this week where they are in the midst of divorce. It started off acrimonious, now it's a lot more harmonious, and we've just been negotiating this week about how they create the time to talk about their children and how they create that space that doesn't encroach on the other one's space, but is done coming from a place of what's best for the child. So it's relevant. Is relevant regardless of whether you're living together or not. But one thing my husband and I have done this week, we always, I would say 5 nights a week, doesn't happen all the time because of work and brownies and stuff, but we'll always try to eat as a family and have that time. But actually, once the kids had left the table, I'm just staying at the table together and having that conversation and just saying, I felt like it's been a bit rough the last week. I feel like we've not really been very present in each other's company this week, and just acknowledging that and just saying, it hasn't felt great. Like I said, we've both been really busy, like acknowledging that there might not have been anything that we could have done about it in terms of work, juggling, everything else. But actually it hasn't felt okay. I've missed you. I've missed our conversations. And I feel like we've been a bit niggly at each other and a bit bitey. And by acknowledging that, just by acknowledging that and having that conversation, it makes a big difference. it rebalances you, it sets the equilibrium back to where it's meant to be, and reminds us that we're both actually on the same page. Like, what are your values? What are your family values? Your family values aren't going to be the same as my family values. Your relationship isn't going to be the same as my relationship. Like, we all do it completely differently. But it's important for you to be able to check in with where you are at. Because as a couple or as parents, you are setting the tone for your family life, right? Regardless of whether you all live together or not. You are a family, even if you are divorced, because you share your children, and so you are part of your children's family. So these are conversations that need to happen. These are conversations that very easily don't happen. It's very easy for couples to be in separate rooms of an evening, for one to be focused on one task, another to be focused on something else. I hear loads of times about one being upstairs working, either it's usually the man, it's not always the man, usually the man, working till late, working in the office, gaming, spending time on his computer, doing something else, while mum is concentrating on bedtime routine, sorting out the children, and then sitting down on her own in the evening with a glass of wine watching Netflix. Like, I can already think of several people just by saying that. So it's easily done. It's very, very, very easily done. And I'm not saying that that's awful. I'm just saying check in with each other, have those regular conversations, make sure that your equilibrium is how it needs to be, and set the tone for your family the way that you want it to be. And on that cheery note, I hope you will have a lovely weekend. I hope there is a lot of family time. You can be celebrating that this is the last week of homeschooling, and spring is in the air, and we're all getting back to normal very soon. So enjoy it is whatever you're doing, and I look forward to catching up with you guys next week. Okay, take care. Bye bye.